trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another day and she solving another case. Cause she litigate with dignity and grace. She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another day and she solving another case. Cause she litigate with dignity and grace.
Hey Barbie, Chloe, period I, period 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 period I, period. Got my name up in your mouth, you don't know no better. Don't forget I'm from the south, yeah, I got them headers. You watching everything I do, studying all of my moves. Wish you could do what I do. Period I, period period I, period period I, period period I, period.
Hello, litigators and opinionators. Court is now in session. Guys, we have been covering this tragic story, and I just cannot seem to stop talking about this story. This story has, since I heard about it on Monday, it has literally haunted me. I cannot stop thinking about it. I literally am trying to find information about it every day. It really just crushed my heart. I didn't even know these people, but the story was so tragic and how sad it happened. It's a story that we really need to continue to talk about and learn from. A lot of people online have been talking about this case. It's a pretty viral case, and it's actually very sad because a lot of people blame the victims. But this story just gets sadder and sadder. For people who don't know about this story, I'm just going to give you a quick background before I get into the very sad updates that I have. So Finny, the legend, and his wife here, Bubbles, and their real name is Rodney Finley and Tanisha Finley. They were YouTubers. More so Finley was the YouTuber. And initially, he really wasn't a YouTuber at first. At first, he kind of did like a lot of sports things on YouTube, and he didn't have much of a following until 2023 on October and during Halloween. He's from Arizona, he and his wife, and they have 4 children, and they have a grandson. Tanisha, she is 43, and Rodney is 44. He was supposed to have a birthday this Saturday on the 14th, and with his daughter. He and his daughter have the same birthday, and he was going to be 45, but sadly, he is no longer with us. But anyways, he and his wife, on October 2023, they went to Las Vegas. They really love going to Las Vegas, and that was their favorite place to go. And they met up with a couple of other streamers there, and there were some troublemakers there. There was a man named Manny, but his real name is Manuel Ruiz, and his wife is Julie. But this guy, he's from Salinas, California, and his wife is from San Diego, California, and they have 3 sons. Well, they moved to Las Vegas, and he thinks he owns Fremont in Las Vegas, Fremont in Nevada. He thinks he owns that strip area, and he thinks anybody who comes there, he tries to bully them. He's pepper sprayed people. On October and Halloween, he pepper sprayed Bubbly and her husband. They got into this big commotion because basically Manny was being Manny. Let me see if I can find a picture of him, because I know y'all like, who is Manny? Let's get a picture of him. I'm probably gonna have a picture of him on worst days because he's a hot mess. I don't even want to see his face anymore. What's interesting is he has these prescription glasses that kind of look like shades. You know what I mean? They look like sunglasses to try to look cool. But I'm going to show you guys a picture, but I'm not going to show you a picture of him in his good days. I'm going to show you a picture in his bad days before we get to the drastic update. But I just want some people who don't know him, I just got to give you a quick background. But anyways, this guy here is known to be a troublemaker. He had about 14,000 subscribers on his Sin City Manny Wise channel. And then his wife has a cooking channel. Hers is Julie, Sin City Julie. But anyways, on this October 2023, Bubbly, who was the wife of Finley, they both passed away. They Bubbly wanted to kind of take up for another girl that Manny had been bullying. Manny bullied another girl who video recorded him at the strip. And here, Bubbly here, she's being the sweet girl she is. She wanted to kind of take up for her because Manny was being mean to her, like he's mean to everybody else on the strip. He kind of like tries to rule it like he's a Norteño and that's his territory or whatever. And so Bubbly went over there and she put the camera near him and he pushed her camera and it caused this commotion because Bubbly was like, you shouldn't put your hands on my stuff. And she was confronting him. And then the wife, Julie of Manny, pushed Bubbly and it turned into this big fight. Well, anyways, after that big issue happened, Finny, he's not the violent type. He's actually taller than Manny. Manny is very short. Manny's like about 5'4", if that, and I'm being generous. He's like a really short dude. And Finny is about 6'1" or 6'4". He's tall. I'm just saying. Manny's very tall compared to, I'm sorry, Manny. I keep saying their names are like similar. Finny is taller than Manny, right? So Finny could have just beat him up with a couple of punches and it would have been very simple. But when Finny went to confront Manny, Manny had this tall security guard that got in between them. And so Finny was like, I'm not even going to get violent. But he had a friend named D-Ware who was like, well, why don't you get back at Manny by, taking his followers, like hurt his pocketbook. So then Finny was like, okay, fine, I'll do this. I'll go ahead and do a YouTube and I'll have people come over and talk about Manny and all the stuff that he's doing to them because he was bullying so many people. He was using people for money. He was scamming people. He was doing all kind of shady stuff. So all these other YouTubers and subscribers got tired of Manny and they unsubscribed to Manny and they started subscribing to Finny. And for 2 years straight, y'all, somebody say 2 years straight in the chat. For 2 years straight, Finny trolled Manny. And they were going back and forth. And they did strikes and all that. Well, it all came down to an end because this Saturday, Manny shot and killed these two. It was very sad. But anyways, guys, this story has got sadder. So I'm going to go over some updates with you. The first update that I have to go over is, okay, as I mentioned before, Tanisha and Rodney have 4 kids, right? But I didn't know. And they were basically doing a live when they were murdered, right? I had no idea that their son and Tanisha's mother was watching the freaking live. They saw them murdered live. So the news station released the 911 calls that we're going to listen to. And on the 911 calls, Tanisha and Rodney's son calls in and he's crying. And he's like, I was watching my dad's live and I saw my dad being killed in front of me. And I was like, oh my God, I had no idea that the kids actually saw this. And then there was another 911 call where Tanisha's own mother was watching the live. So this is even sadder than it's sad already, but imagine the kids are on live with watching their parents and they're back home in Arizona and they can't do anything about it. If you're seeing your parents freaking getting killed in front of you, you probably want to drive down there, get there as soon as possible, try to help whatever you can to save your parents, right? Well, he wasn't able to do that because they're all the way in Arizona while they're watching their parents being murdered. And this is the weekend before Rodney is going to have his birthday this weekend. And then the other sad part about it is the autopsy has come out and the coroner has said that Manny shot Tanisha 2 times in the head. He executed her in the back of the head. And he has the audacity to say self-defense. I'm like, boy, how is it self-defense if you're shooting her from the back? And he shot, of course, Finny about 5 times. So he died of multiple gunshot wounds. But the part that took me out and made me just so crushed is the fact that he shot Tanisha twice in the back of the head, dude. This is so sad. Like, he executed her. And now he has the nerve to say, oh, it was just self-defense. I thought she had a gun from the back. Boy, bye. And then top it off, you guys, in that video that we watched of the shooting, I missed this whole detail. But Julie was walking holding Manny's hand. Julie is the wife of Manny, right? Julie was walking next to Manny, holding his hand when this incident happened. And Julie, according to the viewers on their live, they heard Julie tell Manny, there they are. So she was the one that pointed them out. So, in my humble opinion, I think Julie knew this whole time that this killing was going to happen. She's involved and she should be arrested. And if you see her video, she's running off away from the scene. But then someone captured her on camera walking very calmly as if nothing happened after the murders. How do you hear about 2 murders and your husband did it and you're not crying, you're not screaming, you're just walking off cold and callous? The woman is evil. And I need to mind you, she's not even married to Manny. They were dating apparently, and they lived in this big house from Section 8. People say that the cause of the death was because basically Finny was exposing a lot of the dirt that Manny and his wife was doing. And they actually exposed that they were on Section 8 and they were going to try to contact, I guess, the HUD agencies or whatever agencies that are involved with Section 8. And they were trying to get their Section 8 taken away. So people are saying that that's one of the reasons why this happened. But let's get into the 911 call, guys. This is so sad. Let's get into the 911 calls. Oh.
The 911 calls came in quickly, some from people on the strip, others who watched it online. And while those calls captured the chaos, prosecutors are now trying to make sense of what led up to the shooting.
I'd like to report gunshots in front of Bellagio.
Within seconds of the gunfire, 911 dispatchers were flooded.
I think someone's dead. I think someone's dead.
Witnesses, tourists.
There's a clear video of the guy who pulled out the gun.
See the guy's wife saying, "Oh my God, are you for real?" And to people falling to the floor.
And even others watching from their phones.
I was watching my cat on a video on live. He's in Vegas right now. And the video cut out, but they hear my mom scream, and then you could just hear a gunshot.
Did you guys see that? Look at that. Read the words. I was watching my dad on live, and he's in Vegas right now. That was Finny's son on the phone. Finny and Tanisha's son was watching their parents live. This is so sad. Like, I couldn't believe it. I'm going to rewind that one more time, guys. You guys got to listen to that very closely.
Watching from their phones.
I was watching my cat on a video on live. He's in Vegas right now. And the video cut out, but they hear my mom scream, and then you could just hear a gunshot. Just try to see if he's okay or where he's at right now.
Are you able to reach him?
No.
That boy.
Guys, that took my soul out. Can you believe it? Rodney and Tanisha's son was watching their parents get murdered. This is even more tragic than you could ever imagine. Can you imagine a kid happy watching his parents enjoy themselves, and all of a sudden a gunman comes, attacks his parents in front of him, and he hears his mom scream and he can't do anything about it? That's going to forever stay in that kid's mind forever. It's so sad. And Finny the Legend's YouTube has grown tremendously. Before he died, he had about 3,000 subscribers. And then after his death, he's rose up to about 6,000. And it appears as though his son is going to be taking over his live. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. And let's keep going, because now we're going to hear a 911 call from Tanisha's mother, who watched the live as well.
Voice Rodney and Tanisha Finley's son, who told police he was watching their live stream when the gunfire started and saw his parents get killed.
My daughter and my son-in-law were there, and there was a shooting. I'm trying to get information is what I'm trying to do.
Tanisha's mother also called police, unsure why her daughter and Rodney had gone silent and hoping for any sign they were okay.
And if you guys heard that, that was Tanisha's mom. Oh my God, this is so sad, guys. My soul is just this story. Something about this story just takes me to another place. It's so sad to know that their children were watching. The son was watching this. Her own mother saw this, and her kid went silent, which is Tanisha. And to imagine a mother having to lose her daughter and her son-in-law before her own death. You know that the cycle of life, it's usually the parents die before the kids, but this woman had to see her daughter get murdered. This is so messed up. Like, when people do stuff like this, they don't think about all the lives that are going to be hurt and see and have to witness this. So we're going to play that one more time, because that was just, oh, I can't believe it was this bad, you know?
Also called police, unsure why her daughter and Rodney had gone silent, and
There was a shooting. I'm trying to get information.
parents get killed.
My daughter and my son-in-law were there, and there was a shooting. I'm trying to get information is what I'm trying to do.
Tanisha's mother also called police, unsure why her daughter and Rodney had gone silent and hoping for any sign they were okay.
And then can you imagine their son and the grandma, the mother of Tanisha, hoping that and wishing that their kids are okay, and not realizing that Tanisha and Rodney are dead on the pavement. They died on the scene. And just like I said, reading that coroner's report that Tanisha was shot 2 times in the head. Are you kidding me? Like, that is like straight up execution. Who hates a person that much? And I get it that Tanisha started this whole drama because, you know, she put the camera in his face in 2023. But Tanisha wasn't even on the Tuesday lives when Finny would troll and make fun of Manny. And either way, people keep trying to justify this murder to say, oh, Finny was trolling and making fun of Manny. Words should not affect a person that much that you murder them. It wasn't like Finley was cussing him out or doing stuff like that. He was just saying jokes. So you mean to tell me you're going to get hurt because someone made fun of you? It's like, come on, don't watch the live. Go do something else. But this man, Manny, not only murdered these people in front of their children and their parents, but now, and then the fact that Julie, the other part that irks my nerve about this story is the fact that the wife, Julie, sat here and didn't even talk. She wasn't a real wife or a real girlfriend. And that's probably why he never married her. Because I say that because usually a woman is supposed to be a man's calm to his storm. When a man is angry, a woman should be able to calm her man down. She should be that voice of peace, the voice of reason to help encourage her man to calm down and think rationally. However, Julie was the one that was egging it on, that was constantly feeding into this man's rage. And she fed into him that night. She knew he was going to murder them. He kept talking about it for months and months, saying that he was going to unalive them. He told them to go talk to their family and ask how they want to be buried or do they want to be cremated. He said, I'll catch you at a red light, different threats like that. So Julie knew what her man was up to. He even would do shooting signs and stuff on the live videos, yet she did nothing to talk him out of it, to say, hey, think about our 3 children that we have. Think about our family. She condoned it. And then she just walked off peacefully after this man murdered these people. So it's just, oh gosh, guys, I'm sorry I get so emotional. This story right here probably was one of these stories that really just made me sad to know that the parents saw this. Their children had to see this. Let's take a look at some other updates that I did find. Hold on. I found a couple of other videos that I do want to share with you guys. Oh, okay. So there has been an update. There was a court date appearance today. And Manny had the nerve to talk about he looking for an attorney. I'm like, sir, you might as well get you a public defender because you don't have the money. I think he probably worst case scenario is going to end up with a public defender. But right now he's trying to say he wants time to get an attorney. So we'll look at that court appearance that he had. Another thing is, what I like is the prosecutor came out and just straight up said, first of all, his self-defense claim is not valid. The prosecutor said they're looking into filing or pursuing the death penalty. Just to let you know, Nevada, unlike California and other states, does have the death penalty. There's rare instances when they do go pursue death penalty, but I feel like in this case, because it was a double homicide and just the nature of it, I feel like for me, the aggravating factor was shooting this woman twice in the back of the head. That just was so, to me, it took me out. And then the multiple shootings to the man, Rodney, in front of his family, I think that would be an aggravating factor. The fact that the son had to see this on live, the fact that Tanisha's mother saw and witnessed this, and I probably think that the other kids probably saw it too, but it was the son that called in the situation. It's just terrible. But let's look at this court appearance here, and that happened today. Oh, another thing I would like to say is, first of all, I know that Manny has prescriptions and that little, I guess they're like tinted glasses, but he should not be able to wear tinted glasses looking all cool in the jail. That just makes a mockery of the judicial system. I think he should be required to take them glasses off. And if you want glasses, you need to get regular glasses, sir, not sunglasses over here to appear cool. You don't get to have privileges when you're arrested for murder. So let's look and take a look at the updated court appearance that happened today.
Morning. Morning. All right, we're going to call out of order here. Is everybody here before I call it? Is everybody here for manual release? All right.
Ms. Modesto is here. She's in the back.
That's it. You need to go. Open up. Get her out. Right there in the camera. Why would you take a picture in open court like you just did?
We are media. I am working.
You can't do that right in my face like that, ma'am.
Let me just explain what just happened right now. So there was a lady in there and she had the audacity, y'all, like she in a Hollywood red carpet. She was taking photos of the judge and everybody else in the courtroom. And that is a big no-no in court. And so she tried to make an excuse saying, oh, I'm with the news, blah, blah, blah. But she probably wasn't. She probably was like a YouTuber because there's a lot of YouTubers that have appeared in court for this tragedy. Not only YouTubers, but subscribers of Rodney and Tanisha are at these court appearances. So there was somebody in there in the court taking photos and everything like that. Oh, hi, Drew K. And hi, Diana Ortiz. Diana, you're from Las Vegas. Were you at the Strip when this happened? Do you know any inside information about this tragedy? Okay, let's keep playing and see what else happened here.
No flash. I am still doing B-roll.
Yeah. All right, is the attorney here?
No flash.
All right, I'm the back. Is she in the back room? Okay, let's start going, everybody. Manuel Diaz Ruiz, 25CR049486. Mr. Dawson, good morning. She is present for the, are you confirming today?
Yes, public defender's office is confirming on that.
Defendant is present in custody as well. This is 25CR049486. Good morning.
See, this is what I don't like. I don't like that he gets to come in there looking like he at the Las Vegas Strip with them glasses on. No, sir. I feel like they need to make him take the glasses off first and foremost. Now, let me give you a little background about Mr. Arrogant Manny here. Manny, there's the public defender standing next to him. He thinks he's Mr. Big and Bad, so he tries to claim he's about to go look for an attorney. But this man, number one, he quit his job. Let me tell you something about Manny. So he used to work a job, right? Then he got cocky and he quit his job. And he was working the Las Vegas Strip. He was doing the YouTube. He decided to just take a risk and solely just get income from his YouTube. He had about over 14,000 subscribers. It was 14,100 subscribers. That's what he had before his channel got shut down. But he had lost a lot of subscribers because I think he was up to 20,000. He ended up getting down to 14,000 because of all the drama he had been causing. He was making fun of homeless people. He punched other streamers. He's pepper sprayed people. He's just a nuisance, right? So he quit his job a few years ago and he was just doing YouTube. And so that's why he was bullying different other streamers off the Strip in Las Vegas, because he wanted to be the only one making money over there. He felt like the other streamers were like his competitors and they were taking away from food from his kids. So that's why he got mad at Finley when Finny started striking his channel, because it was like, you're taking away money from my family because this is my bread and butter. This is the only money I have or whatever. That's what it was. So anyways, Finny in here, he wanted to be some celebrity. His dream was that one day some person from Hollywood, agent from Hollywood would come and find him at the strip and take him to Hollywood, which I don't know what kind of fantasy world he was living in, but no, sir. And then there's another background about this man. So regarding firearms, based upon sources from people who knew him, he was a very skillful marksman. He used to go to the shooting range regularly. So he was very, very precise in aiming and shooting firearms. That's why he was able to precisely only center and focus his shooting on Rodney and Tanisha, because of his background experience in shooting. I don't even know if Rodney and Tanisha knew that about him, but he was very, very skillful at shooting. He would always go to shooting ranges. He had a CCW, which was kind of weird because, you know what, in California, he was from California before he moved to Nevada, and he had a felony. He had a felony conviction in California for, I think it was like robbery or some other criminal convictions. So it's questionable why he was able to get a firearm in Nevada with that felony conviction. I don't really know the full details of why he was able to carry a gun, but people who know him are going around on YouTube saying that he was this very skillful marksman. Again, that is an allegation from a person that was his friend. But let's keep watching this. But this is the thing is, he thinks he's going to try to find a private attorney. I don't know where he's going to get that money from, because now the wife is going to have to care for those 3 boys by herself. I do know that she's paid about over $10,000 for a chin liposuction. So I don't know where she's going to get all this money now to fund a lawyer after paying $10,000, y'all, for a chin liposuction. So, y'all, it's a mess. But let's continue to hear what he has to say.
Everybody, Mr. Candelas for the state? That's right. You have a copy of the complaint, I'm assuming?
Yes.
All right, so do you have a copy with reading?
Yes.
All right, so now is the time. We just want to set the prelim now, or what do you guys want to do?
Actually, Your Honor, I think at this point in time that Mr.
Wait, can you guys see that tattoo right there on his neck? It says Julie with the kiss mark. That is the name of his girlfriend, his baby mama, the one that he was with, Julie. She's the baby mother. She's the one I feel that was all involved in this too. They're not married. I can't call him his wife because he never married her. They look like they're married because they're a couple and they have kids together and they live together. But Julie was the woman I've been talking about. So you can see his neck right there. He has her name tattooed on his neck. I'm like, sir, if you're going to go that far to tattoo Julie's name on your neck, why didn't you marry the girl? Okay. She had your 3 sons and yet you still did not marry her. It's a mess, but it's actually probably a good thing she didn't marry him. You know what I mean? Because if she did marry him, then basically Finley's family could sue her and take all his assets, like the house that they have and everything that they have. But since they're not married, it'll be a little bit more difficult for them to go after her per se.
Rose would like to ask for perhaps a 3-week status check. He has not had any opportunity to speak to family about the possibility of hiring private counsel, and I think he would like to have that possibility. So we would ask for 3-week status check, and also within that time, within that time, I'm going to file a written bail motion on his behalf as well, because his bail there is no bail set.
Right now, you're at no bail, sir. All right? My understanding is you want to continue this with the possibility of hiring your own counsel. Is that correct? Is that yes?
Yeah.
Talking to you, yes, sir.
Yes? All right, you do understand you would have a right to have a preliminary hearing within 15 days. You're waiving that today. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and open your 3-week date. July 3rd is the 3-week date. Is that okay for everybody?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So again, he's going to remain on a no bail. We'll do a 3-way date. We'll do July 3rd at 8:30 to see if you're going to hire private counsel.
So if you guys heard that, number one, his next court date is July 3rd. What I thought was very interesting is he's been in jail this whole week. That's what, 4 days, and he hasn't talked to family. So I wonder, has Julie abandoned him? You know what I'm thinking, y'all? Let's get a little, this is a theory, okay? Here's a theory. I'm about to show y'all something too. This is crazy, y'all. Julie, the fake wife. Now, they keep calling her a wife, y'all, but they did not get married. I found her YouTube channel. She has her own YouTube channel. And actually, we'll look at her YouTube channel just so you can see. She says she's not married. So they together and all, but they not married, y'all. So we'll call her wife, but that's like, but they not married. Anyway, this is crazy, right? Julie, who is the baby mama, the one that's been instigating this whole mess, she hasn't talked to Manny in the last 4 days. Isn't that kind of weird to you guys? She just up and abandoned him when she was involved in this, in my opinion, because number one, she is seen on this video walking with him before this incident happened. Let's break this video down. Okay, so, okay, guys. Look at guys. Okay, these are two parallel videos here. This video at the bottom here, this is Julie's camera. This is the live that Julie was videotaping here at the bottom when she was walking with Manny. Her and Manny were holding each other's hands, and this is her camera at the bottom. And they put Rodney's camera at the top. Now, if you look at here, this is Manny. That's Julie right there. Look, Julie is walking next, and she's videotaping. She videotaped Finny and Julie on this camera at the bottom. If you look, you can see that she actually captured them. I'll try to get my mouse there. And she runs off. Look, she runs off after the shooting. You see how she's running and she's putting the camera down? But let's replay this so I can try to see if I can show you where she actually pans the camera at Tanisha and Rodney before this happened. Look, that's Tanisha and that's Rodney right here. Tanisha right here, Bubbly, and Rodney. And this is Julie holding this camera. So she pointed the camera at them before this happened. And she told Manny on the live, that's them. She pointed them out before he turned back around. He had her continue to walk. Look how she's running off. He made her continue to walk because he didn't want her to be involved. And he went back and shot. So she knew the whole time that this was going to happen. And for the past 2 days, he had been looking for her. So news stations have found this footage and they put them parallel, top and bottom. This is Julie's camera walking with Manny, and this top one is Rodney's. But again, she's involved because you could see that she pans the camera at Rodney and Tanisha, the victims, before this happened. And the people that were watching her live, they said they heard her tell Rodney, there they are. She told him that they were there. And then he had her walk off up front and she just ran off. You've seen her run off and she did this fake scream. So you guys, Julie is just as much involved. I don't understand why she's not arrested. You guys watch this closer. Right here.
Thanks, Donald.
So can you see how crazy this is, guys? This down here at the bottom, this camera is Julie filming all this. This is crazy. You can see this, and this person said, Las Vegas update. Julie, the wife or the baby mama, because they're not married, Cincinnati Manny was filming at the exact moment Finny the Legend was taken down. These synced clips. It says these synced clips show the timeline from both perspectives. No graphic content shown. Maurice turned himself in. So you can see this is what the news stations ended up finding is these parallel video footage here that you can see Julie knew. This is Julie's camera right here. See, she's filming everybody. She pans here and she's walking with Manny at this time. And you could see her run off at the same time. This is like synced at the same time it happened, that she's running off at the same time as they're being shot. But now we look at the top video here. They're replaying it. And there's Rodney. But if you see where my mouse is going to show you where they are before they start walking up, they're going to start walking very soon. Right here, that's Manny, and that's Julie. And that's Julie's camera as she's walking. And she actually chose the camera at them. So guys, that is evidence that I feel, and a lot of people feel online, that Julie is involved. I feel like Julie, and this is my opinion, y'all, I feel like Manny was probably abusive to Julie, okay? He was probably beating that girl at home, and this is an opinion, this is a theory, okay? He was probably beating Julie at home, and Julie was afraid to leave him because he probably threatened to unalive her, just like he'd been threatening all kinds of people, right? What if she encouraged him to do this? Because she knew he can get arrested and she can get rid of him. And he can be arrested and she's safe. And she ain't got to deal with him anymore. You know what I mean? I'm starting to think about that because I'm like, you know, when she would do these lives with Manny, she was always quiet and timid around him. It was like she didn't feel like she could speak out against him. So what if she was like, didn't say anything, just let him go ahead and do it because she knew he was going to end up going to prison. And she didn't like Rodney and Tanisha anyway. So she was like, well, I get two things. I can get rid of those two, and I can get rid of this man who's been beating me, threatening me, making my life a living hell. Because the reason why I think that is because for the last 4 days, he hasn't even talked to Julie. Julie is gone. Julie ain't even talking to him. Because this is Julie right here, right? In these videos,
like a butt plug.
Just look how she's always more quiet and timid around him.
I took a butt plug yesterday to the room, guys.
For your butt?
And I put it in my butt. Oh yeah, I had a little foxtail on there, and I was walking around like a little foxtail. Julie was like, "Come here, already," and I'm like, "No, I'm jumping in the couch now like a little fox." Like a butt plug. I took a butt plug yesterday to the room, guys.
For your butt?
And I put it in my butt. Oh yeah, I had a little foxtail on there, and I was.
But see, that's how I can tell you. Every time I see her with him, she's always kind of like more quiet and timid. And that just gave me this inclination that maybe she was being abused at home and she was afraid of him. And so she more so enabled him because she felt like she couldn't speak out against him. And she probably was like, well, maybe if he does do this, he could go to jail and I could get rid of all these people because I can't stand Bubbly. I can't stand Rodney. And I can't stand this man who won't go away. And if I break up with him, he's going to probably unalive me and my kids. So maybe I can kill two birds with one stone. What do you guys think? Because I'm like, she hasn't talked to him all week. She, like, you would think if she really loved him, she'd be calling him. She'd probably going to jail. The girl is MIA. Or there's another theory that she probably just trying to stay out of the heat because everybody is on her and they do suspect that she's involved in this. As you can see, those camera footages that she knew, she pointed out Rodney and she pointed out Tanisha where they were. She panned the camera at them. And then when they were shot up, she walked away like nothing ever happened. So that is another theory that a lot of people are suspecting. A lot of people are questioning her and they don't believe her. Now, let me show you guys the family of Tanisha and Rodney have created a GoFundMe, and I'm going to have to see if I can put it in my comments of this video if you guys want to donate, because now the 4 children who are they're kids that are just trying to go to college. One is 19 years old. Some of them are underage. But they're going to have to, number one, fly their bodies back to Arizona. That is expensive in and of itself. And then they got to do 2 funerals. So they're trying to do a GoFundMe here. They want to raise $35,000, but I feel like they need to try to raise more than that. So if you guys want to give to it, I'm going to go ahead and read their GoFundMe. It was created by Tanisha's brother who created it, but it says, help cover funeral costs for a devoted couple. And this is a picture of them. They're just such a beautiful couple to me. But anyways, let's read it. It said on Sunday, June 8th, 2025, a tragic event in Las Vegas claimed the lives of a devoted couple, leaving behind 4 kids and a loving family. The family, already grappling with the profound loss, now faces the daunting challenge of covering funeral expenses. Their untimely death have left the family in deep mourning. While the pain of their loss is immeasurable, the generosity of others provides a great relief to bring them back to their hometown. And that you got to pay to fly their bodies. That's expensive, guys. Lay them down to rest, as well as the Finley's kids can take the time to grieve their unimaginable loss without the added financial worries. I am Tanisha's brother and brother-in-law of Rodney. This GoFundMe has been made on behalf of my niece, Rakia. And you guys remember my last live that I did, I actually read, she goes by Kia. I read her letter that she posted on TikTok. It was very sad. And she posted pictures of her parents and everything. So if you want to watch that, watch the last live that I did on this. It's very sad. Oh, it was so hard to read. But anyways, my niece Rakia, who is one of the daughters, we truly appreciate all the prayers and kind thoughts during this difficult time. It is so sad. Oh, guys. So far they've raised $18,000 on that. If you guys, I'm going to go ahead and put that in my comments of this video after the, let me see if I can actually post it here too. Maybe I can post it here in the live. I don't know if it works. I tried to post it in the live, y'all, but I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it's not working. I tried, y'all. If I failed at it. So I'll post it in the comments after I'm done with this live. So let's see if there's any other videos that I do want to show you. Okay. There's a video that they say that Las Vegas shootout, Cindy's Manny wife is the real mastermind. A lot of people are implicating her. Oh, this is the same video that I showed you guys, but I'm going to show you guys again. This is the one on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and share the one that they have on YouTube that are implicating the wife.
Facts, donut.
So this video, I want you to watch closely again. They put them top it to the bottom. So the top camera is Rodney's, and it is the bottom camera is Julie's, which is Sin City Manny's baby mama / future wife, because they didn't get married ever. So let's look at it. You can see how this camera, she pans the camera at Tanisha and at Rodney before they die. And then she runs off after her husband, or they're not even married, guys, after her man kills them. That's why everybody thinks that she's involved. And she even voiced out where they were. So let's watch it. This is a better footage of this. And a lot of people are saying she was the mastermind. So I'm going to turn the sound off, y'all, because that sound could be copywritten. But let's see if I can find, there's a part where I want to show you guys. Look closely at this part. There she is. There's Tanisha. So let's go back. There is, they messed it up. There's supposed to be Rodney there, and that's Tanisha right there. And Julie showed her camera at them. So she knew it. She's trying to play it off. Suspect 7 while involved in shootout, people question that. And then she runs off. You see how she's running now? And this is the part where you see the murder happening here at the top one. So people, I'm telling you, people, what do you guys think? People think that they're involved in this. The wife is involved. Sorry. They think that the wife is involved in this shootout. And I don't understand why law enforcement has not arrested her or questioned her. I think that could be also a reason why she hasn't said anything lately, and she's been pretty quiet. Now, guys, I want to play another live for you. There is a clip from Manny. Manny, when I watch his videos, I have no idea what the man is saying. I think he's got some issues. But there's a video that he did 2 months ago, and he was venting and complaining about Finny. So let's hear what he had to say, because it sounded like he was really affected by the things that Finny was saying on the live, and people are saying that this is something that had been building up. So I found this old video that was from 2 months ago. It's not too old, but it's from 2 months ago. That was from Manny venting about Finny and Finny's lives, because like I said, Finny would do these 2 or 3, 4 hour, 5 hour lives just talking smack, playing some clips from Manny's lives and making fun of him and mocking his wife, making fun of how she looks, her appearance. They were exposing him for cheating, exposing him for scamming his subscribers. They were just trolling this guy for 2 years straight. So let's hear what he had to say. And again, it's kind of hard to follow what he says because he I don't know what the man is saying. I think something's off with his mind, but just hear what he had to say. But look, you can see the sign, you can see what the words say here. They're saying Finny is winning. They're talking about him, and it says, this is talking about Sin City. Sin City family is hurt. So they're talking about how Manny is hurt. And everybody wonder why. He was hurt because of what Finny was saying.
In shock right now. I'm thinking like, what the hell is Manny drunk or what the hell's going on? But you have to understand, like, if somebody's fully aware that someone's straight shitting on you and doing the wrong thing towards somebody that's innocent, that's just trying to have a good time, and they still associate themselves with them, like, that means that they're part of that, you know? They're part of the movement. And that hurts me as much as it hurts every one of you that's in shock and is sad about it. But why associate yourself with somebody that's associated with somebody that dislikes you and is saying so much shit?
So that's what Manny was mad about. So he's saying, why is everybody basically leaving who used to subscribe to him, going to Finny's live and associating with Finny, who's talking mess about Manny? And he was hurt, and he's like, he felt betrayed because he felt like everybody was unfollowing him and following Finny, and are all talking mess and laughing about him. And he got his little feelings hurt.
You guys rewind, retract, you'll see that this guy's been saying fuck Sin City family right in front of his face. And I still went back. And I talked to him, I explained to him, like, you know what? Like, I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but you know what? That's not true. Like, we love you, da-da-da, you know? Bring him so much Sin City family. You guys would not know who the hell that guy was if it wasn't for us.
And if you heard the key part, he's saying you guys would not know who that man was if it wasn't for us. He's talking about Finny. He's saying that Finny is clout chasing off of him, and all those subscribers that unfollowed him to go follow Finny and talk mess and troll and make fun of Manny and his wife. He's saying you guys wouldn't even know about him if he didn't basically clout chase off of me, because basically Finny was trolling him, and he made different YouTube channels, and he would call it Sin City Finny to like mock Sin City Family's YouTube channel, and basically he was like, well, I'm gonna steal your name so that if anybody searches for your YouTube, they're gonna find mine because I'm gonna use your name in my YouTube. So he's basically saying, you know, you guys are now talking mess about me to this man on his live, and you guys wouldn't even know about him if it wasn't for me. Like, basically, you guys left me for this guy who's betrayed me, so he felt betrayed. And this is probably what people say is the motive for why he did what he did.
You know? Along with anybody else. You go associate yourself with that person that's doing that and spreading lies and hate upon me and my wife, putting us in danger. Somebody might want to retaliate against us because of this guy's lies, when in reality we didn't do nothing wrong. So when you go over there and stand next to him and say, you know what, I'm here with him, like, you let me know you're not with us after everything we do.
And so he's saying that Finny was lying about him, spreading lies about him. And he's saying that the lies that Finny was saying, which is not lies because he had video footage of it, but whatever. And it wasn't even just things Finny was saying, it was his subscribers saying things too, because the subscribers were venting about the things that they saw him doing, scamming people, hitting people, attacking people, making fun of homeless people. He was doing a lot of crazy stuff. But Manny's saying, oh, you're telling lies about me and my wife, and you may cause someone to retaliate against me because of your lies. Basically, Finny was exposing him for the scams and the different things he was doing. So Manny thought, well, these subscribers who unfollowed me and now following Finny, you're supporting the lies that he says Finny is saying about him, which can cause someone to threaten and retaliate against him and cause danger to him. And he's basically heard about that. And this was 2 months before the murders. 2 months, you guys. And he sounds like he's very heard about this. So this might be the motive video that is shedding light on why Manny did what he did.
So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm a man. I'm not a little bitch who I'm gonna lie to you guys and be a two-face and still go there when I don't like them just for views. And I'm not like that, guys. I'll tell you how it is and what it be like. So it's a damn shame. It's not my fault, it's his fault. But he had to still do that. He should have stayed away, cut him off. Been like, you know what, I want nothing to do with you. You're over there trying to start drama and shit like that on people that didn't do nothing against you. I've never.
And see, Manny tries to act innocent and gaslight his viewers. He says he didn't do anything wrong. He don't know why they're trolling him, why they're saying things about him, but he's actually being dishonest. He actually pepper sprayed Tanisha, and he pushed her camera, so he physically battered and assaulted her. He also hit Finny before. He's battered Rodney before, hit him in the backside before, causing injury to him, and he had to file a police report, and he was actually going to file charges against him for that battery. So he goes and he does this to them, and then when they retaliate by speaking out against him on lives, now he tries to act innocent and say, oh, I didn't do nothing to these people. No, sir, you did, and you didn't apologize. Only thing that Finny and his wife wanted was apology. And yet he goes on live, gaslighting his viewers, pretending to be a victim, claiming they're lying about him when they actually, it's not just Finny on his lives for hours and hours talking about this man. Now, I do understand why he was hurt about it, but it was a ton of people that were hurt by Manny. Manny had been using these people for money. People were giving thousands and thousands of dollars to Manny's lives. And they felt used and taken advantage of, and they felt scammed by him. And so that's why they left his channel and went over to Finny's channel, and they were venting over there and talking about their stories and what he had done to them. And so Manny wants to gaslight in this video he did 2 months ago. He's gaslighting his viewers to tell them, oh, I didn't do anything to them. They're lying about me. You guys left me to associate with him, and they're telling lies about me and my wife. And now somebody might try to threaten our lives, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't do anything wrong, when he fails to see all the stuff he has done wrong. There's videos out there of him punching, like I showed you my last video. If you go watch part 2 of my video on this story, he punched another streamer in the mouth, and the man had his mouth was bleeding. He had a bruise on his mouth for no reason at all. The man was just standing there streaming, and Manny comes by because he's alone and he doesn't have anybody there. He punches the man for no reason. And then there's another video clip of him making fun of a homeless man who's sitting out on the street, and he's videotaping it, like mocking the guy. He gets all in the guy's face, making fun of him, and people are like, Manny, don't do that to him. And then he pepper sprays Tanisha and the husband, and instead of the husband getting violent back, the husband uses the opportunity to troll him online and use it as a way for people who are bullied by this man to have a support system. Now, was Finny right about that? Probably not. I feel like 2 years of trolling Manny was a little bit extreme. I feel like he should have trolled him for a little bit and then let it go, but he did it for 2 years long, and that was like a little bit overboard for me. And he would do these Tuesday lives, and it would be like 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of mocking the man, you know, taking his video clips, making fun of the videos of him and his wife. And it was just like, dude, it was a little bit overboard. 2 years of that would cause somebody to get emotionally tired of it. But Manny didn't have to watch it either. He could have just blocked Finny and not even watched it. But the problem is Manny would obsess over it and watch the lives and obsess over it all day, every day for 2 years straight. And it's like, sir, you made a thing worse. If you don't want to hear what they have to say, don't watch their lives. You could watch other things, but yet you chose to watch it and torture yourself with it and then become angry. And now you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison and probably possibly get the death penalty. So yeah, this is crazy. Let's keep watching this video though, guys. Sorry that I had to vent about this because this it gets under my skin. This whole story does.
Never once said nothing bad about that man. You know that. Never, not once. But I could tell, I already felt the vibe since we got back that like he wasn't the same no more. Clyde was not the same towards the Sin City family. No more after Papi Chulo spread those lies about us. Those are all fucking lies. After everything we did for that circle, we go by every performer every night, say hi to them and everything, and we decided to promote that circle. They should be grateful and thankful because we could have promoted anybody else in that fucking Fremont. You were the chosen one. We chose you to promote you, and you take that and flip it on us and try to fuck us over and make us look like the bad person. Everything they got and they did to this point, you would not know if it wasn't for us. Go look back, retract this shit. One time there was a video going around saying that we had said something about him, and he came up to us and said, man, it's not me. I told him, you know what, I love you, bro, I agree, you know. Same thing when I told him, you know what, that's all lies. I didn't believe you, I didn't believe them like how I don't believe them now. But it's all right. That's how you know who's who and what's what. Some people just out here to make money. They want to be friends or be loyal. They just worry about the money. That's what they're loyal to. You know? So it's stuff you realize. Sometimes the closest people to you and the people you love and support, you know, the people you willing to die and die hard for ain't the same way for you. And sometimes it's crucial when you see stuff like that. You know? So don't get mad at me, get mad at him. He put you on the title. He made sure that everybody knew he's on his side still. When you, as a businessman, even if you're just worried about the money, should be concerned about your image. How are you going to associate yourself with somebody that's over there spreading lies and hate? And not, okay, you probably don't know if it's lies, but it's hate. You're spraying hate, you're spraying fucking violence upon other people, and especially about me and my wife. It's always just me and my wife. Honestly, like, sometimes I think about one day, it's just me and my wife, 6 motherfuckers approach us, beat the shit out of me. My wife's diehard fucking down, bitch. She'll jump in. And guess what happens? If she jumps in, I'm already knocked out. And there's 6 guys with hate that somebody has put upon them. They're gonna hit her too.
So as you can hear, just wham, wham, wham. He's crying like he a victim, but he never takes the time to self-reflect on all the pain he's caused other people. And people are saying he's like in a North Daniel gang, actually from California. But yeah, like Alicia said, she heard about the big house man he had. Yes, he does. They live in a huge house in Nevada. Actually, there was a man that went, and there was news reporters that went there, and they videotaped the house and everything. And they they did a whole, it's a big house. Like, it's huge. But actually, guys, I want to segue and go to Julie's channel, because Julie has her own YouTube channel. So Manny's YouTube channel got taken down, right? But I was doing some digging, and I ended up finding that Julie, the girlfriend. Okay, it's so hard because I want to call her a wife so bad, but she's not even married to him. So this is her YouTube channel. Okay, guys, it's crazy. I didn't even know she had a YouTube channel, but she has her own YouTube channel. She created this YouTube channel years ago, and it was for cooking. So she did various cooking on here. She talked about her chin liposuction. She had a chin liposuction on here, y'all. The girl was out here getting surgeries and stuff. She did like a gift opening, but I wanted to see here. She did my chin liposuction procedure. So we'll take a look at this stuff just to get a background on her. But this video I wanted to show you because this video sheds light on the kids that they have, the family that they have, and like where they're from. it kind of gives us a little bit of detail about them. That's why I wanted to share this video with you guys so you can get more details about their background and their family.
I'm pretty excited to let you guys know a little bit about this channel. Before getting started, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, what I'm going to be doing, and a little bit about myself, so you guys could get to know me a little bit. Alright guys, I was born in Santa Cruz, California, yes, and I was raised in Salinas, California for all my life.
And that is how she met him. So she was born in Santa Cruz, but then she was raised in Salinas, California. And that is where Manuel is from. That's how they ended up meeting, in Salinas, California, before they ended up moving to Nevada.
Basically, so I moved out here to Las Vegas 6 years ago. I love it out here. It was like the best thing I could do for my family. How old I am? I'm 35 years old. A lot of people think I'm younger, but no, I'm 35 and I feel 21. So.
Okay, she's 35. Let's see when she did this video. Hold on, y'all. Let's back up. She's 35 in this video, and she did this video 3 years ago. So that means she's 36. She's 38 now, and her man, Manny, is 41. So he got him a young girl. Well, she's not young, but she's 38 now, currently. Almost 40.
All right. When is your birthday? My birthday is April 20th, and I'm signed Tauro. Yes, Taurus. And Stumper. That's what everybody said. But yeah, I have to step on my grounds. How many siblings do I have? I have 2 siblings. I have 2 older brothers, and it's me. And one passed away, the other one's still alive, and then it's me. So I have Abel, my older brother, and Raul, and then it's me, Julie. Yes, I have 3 kids, and they're all boys. I have a 19-year-old that's Angel. I have a 14-year-old that's called Abel, just like my brother. And I have a 3rd son that his name is Jesse James.
So you can hear that Manny has 3 kids, and his oldest kid is about 22 now, and the other one that was 14 back then is now 17, and the other one's a little the other one's a younger son. So he got 3 kids, y'all, and a baby mama here, and this man now is in jail, can't even care for them. That's a hot mess. But let's hear what she got to say, because I know she's gonna talk about the fact that they're not even married, y'all.
Call him James or JJ. All right, and then let's see, the next question is how tall you are. I'm 5'2". A lot of people think that I'm taller, and then when they see me in person, they're like, hey, I thought you were taller, but you look pretty small.
So her height is a very important fact that you do need to know. She's only 5'2", and Manuel is about 5'4", 5'6", if that, if I'm being generous. So they're relatively very short people in contrast to Tanisha and Finny. So if it was about to be a real fight between them without weapons, they would have got beat up. Julie would have got beat up. Manny would have got beat up by Finny and Tanisha. So that appears to be why. Oh, did I tell you guys in the first incident, Julie was hitting Tanisha with a broom because she was dressed up as a witch back in October 2023. So not only did Manny pepper spray Tanisha, but Julie was hitting Tanisha with a broom. It was like they were attacking these people. And then when people actually want to fight them, then they want to get out the gun now, 2 years later. It's like y'all was instigating all this violence back 2 years ago. And you don't like because somebody's saying little words against you, but you want to use weapons when you don't like to hear what somebody said in defense of you're bullying them. It's like, it doesn't make sense. But her height is very important. That's why I kept that in there, because she is 5'2", in contrast to Tanisha, which she appears to be about 5'9", or she's a taller woman though. Very tall, slender woman.
For your mark pocket. I don't think I'm that short, but yeah. My parents are from Mexico, and I was born in California, so it makes me Hispanic. All right, and am I married? No, I'm not married, and I'm not single. I've been with Manny since I was 14, around there. It's been a long time we've been together, so many years.
So that was another important fact that I wanted to tell you. She's been with Manny since she was 14 years old, and they're still not married, y'all. A hot tamale mess. Okay, not married to this woman, been with her since she was 14 years old. And this woman is one of the very people that ended up getting this man arrested. She condoned him, and she encouraged his behavior, which ended up leading to this man about to get the death penalty. It's like she was supposed to be his peace. She was supposed to be the one that encouraged him not to do the things that he did, not to go out and kill somebody. She should have reminded him of the fact that he had a family, reminded him of his future, but she didn't do that. So here she got this liposuction thing I was telling you about, and she does different cooking things on her channel. If you look here, she did like a cooking thing here with Manny.
Love when Manny comes.
I love it when I come too.
Stupid, nada que sabe. Too much. Alright, let's go get the huevos.
I love it.
This is gonna be probably boring. That's just her and Manny doing some type of like video. They do like shopping videos together and all this stuff. We're not going to go into all their lives and stuff. I just wanted to show you her channel, that she does have a channel, and she did like cooking and stuff on there. Well, guys, people are on her channel and they are like doing comments on her channels, making fun of her. They are mocking her now. They're saying that, was it worth it? Why did you, they're like just doing a lot of hate comments.
My channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. Make sure you guys smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Well, on today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you guys what I'm gonna get done. I'm excited, I'm nervous, and I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys know. It's been a couple years since I've been wanting to do this, and the day has came. I'm excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a liposuction on my chin, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna explain to you guys where I'm gonna get done and the procedure and what they recommend me to do and all that good stuff. So let's get started, guys. On Friday, maybe like a week and a half ago, I went for a consult and they told me what I need on my chin. You see, I have this. So this will be gone, guys. Say bye to it. So I'm
So I wanted to play that for you guys because actually people, Finny was on his live on Tuesdays and he used to make fun of her chin. He would tell her, oh, your chin's going to grow back and you're going to, that liposuction that you did is going to be gone. So he was getting, Manny was getting mad at that, mad at him making fun of his wife, or not even wife. I keep saying wife, but making fun of the appearance of his baby mama and her chin. So he would make fun of how she looked, her body and all that stuff, and would make fun of Manny. So this whole thing, guys, this whole murder is all because Finny was trolling and making fun of and exposing some of the shady stuff that Manny was doing. And he had been trolling him for a period of 2 years, y'all. 2 years. So y'all be the judge. I don't think it was justified for Manny to go and unalive him. I feel like Manny should have been man enough to apologize for assaulting Finny's wife. this probably would have never happened, and he probably would have stopped trolling him in the first place. He chose, but still, either way, both parties were wrong. Maybe Finny should have let it go and just stopped the whole trolling thing, and probably this would have never happened. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the updates. This story is just very sad. The fact that the son, Rodney and Tanisha's son, watched the live and saw their parents murdered in front of them. And the fact that Tanisha's mother saw the murder happen as well live as it was happening. That update right there is just so sad to me and so traumatic. Let me know what you guys think about that. It just makes this story even sadder. Do you guys think that Manny should get the death penalty? Do you think he should get life? What do you think? What do you think about his claim that it was self-defense? Do you think it was self-defense? I think it's BS, but I want to know what you guys think. So if you guys can like, comment, and subscribe and let me know what you think. All right, guys, take care.